Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Pathway Restorative Wellness Clinic exists to improve the lives of children, adults, and older clients with a range of diagnoses not limited to autism, stroke, arthritis, brain injuries, and depression, which hinder their ability to perform everyday tasks such as dressing, feeding, toileting, and grooming. Our licensed occupational therapist uses science, creativity, and compassion to design a client-specific care plan that restores and maintains skills required for daily living, work, and school. The Pathway Clinic is located on Morris Bishop Highway, but we extend services to schools and homes. Contact us at 473-422-7232.
Rich, smooth, delicious, and packed with vitamins that could only be one thing. It's Rika Almond Beverage. Great on its own or a lovely addition to smoothies. So call Superb Distributors on 435-2948 or visit us at Tempe St. George's today. Remember, Rika is life and life is Rika.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at here, basically a whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly. The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
All right, so we like to say welcome one and all to another Mikey Live program, and I'm your host Mikey Hutchinson, and the pleasure is mine to be back with you for another day, folks. It is really a pleasure to be with you. Now tonight you realize that there's not much talking happening. Now there will be many people on the program tonight as we are experiencing, well, Grenada in fact is experiencing data outage from one of the service providers. So we have the people on the Flow network who are currently unable to access their broadband, and that has been the case from since this morning. Yeah? So that's a crazy situation right there. So there are a lot of people who are out.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
It's not fire, but it is a broadband outage, all right? So folks, this is it right there. We shall hope that the people will get to get their data back pretty soon. All right, so that's it right there, and let's talk about what's making the news for tonight. All right, so we can tell you that petroleum products, it has experienced a price change. It has experienced a price change, and we're going to tell you more about that. 1 second, please. Now that situation is sorted out. So we have to tell you about another missing teen, and as well more direct flights between Canada and Grenada. Also, we're going to tell you about a drug bust, and a lifeguard saves a 75-year-old man at Bathway Beach. Also, GRENLEC workers, they are now back on the job following Monday's protest. And according to the Supervisor of Elections, yesterday was a taxing day for those involved. We'll talk about that and more when we come back on tonight's Mikey Live program. All right, people, this is it right there. This is what we call news discussed, not told. We have no horse in the race, so we tell you as it is. So we have to let you know that the oh boy. So we got to let you know that the headlines was brought to you to the kind compliment of Coates, Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Real Value IGA Supermarket, and Superb Distributors. All right, and well, the Pathways, of course, clinic. We'll tell you more. Okay, folks. So when we come back, it will be real news in all the little small man want to take over the program before time. You know what I mean? Yeah, so he's crying now. He doesn't like that. He doesn't appreciate me putting him out of the studio. You get in trouble, man. All right, so we will take a break and come back. And when we come back, well, you know how the business is set. All right, we'll be back.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Welcome to Yogo. Most of you know us for our food delivery service and our food pass for free delivery from restaurants. But did you know you can also use us for grocery deliveries too? We've just added another 5,000 plus new items to Yogo's supermarket. And stay updated as we add more products and vendors. Yogo Services is our convenient skip the line offering. Let us pay your electric, water, and other utility bills for you. With us, you will be able to buy tickets, pay your rent, schedule bookings, and other services. Need a ride to get somewhere? Give Yogo Lyft a try. Select your pickup location and destination location and wait for our driver to collect you. Never have to worry about how you're gonna get to a place again. Please see website or app for our service locations. And sign up now.
All right, and we'd like to say welcome again. Welcome to one and all. Now, the first thing that we are going to tell you about tonight is that we received a notice from Flow. All right, and I know that a lot of customers, they're wondering really what's happening. Since today you're juking your modem, you're juking your cable, wondering if there's a problem with your connection and so on. Well, that's not the case. Now, Flow say that they'd like to advise customers that they are experiencing an island-wide broadband service outage. Flow technical team, they say, are aware of the situation and they're working towards restoring service to customers soonest. They say that further updates will be provided as they become necessary. And then Flow said that they wanted to apologize for this outage, boy. But Lord, I don't know the last time we had such an extensive outage, boy. You know what I mean? So a lot of people are down. How many people on the live? That is just an indication of how people are affected by this outage. There are a lot of things that are not able to happen as normal, and there are some cases where phones are down as well, particularly customers who have done this upgrade that they recently did. So you'll find that the internet service is down, and as well the phone service is down as well. And you know, these things happen where technology is concerned. You know, it happens. You know, it happens. So nobody should celebrate over that business. You know what I mean? These things happen. Technology decides that it's going to not function in a manner that it should. Olio, we're moving on. All right. Now, we have had persons who are calling in to talk about that their water is out as well. Now, please take note that you can, from time to time, visit the NAWASA Facebook page and as well our Facebook page for updates with regards to valve regulations. All right. And so, with regards to that, what we can tell you is that there is valve regulation in effect for some communities. For example, the people who are served by the Les Avocat water system. We're talking about places like Library and St. Paul's, that area, among area and so on. I know that you are scheduled to be affected on Mondays and Thursdays. So, for example, Library and Lower St. Paul's, the days and times that your supply is available daily, 5 a.m. to 5 p.m., Mondays and Thursdays, 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. So there are days that you may not have water, okay? For Mount Airy, Mondelez, Upper St. Paul's, and Mount Parnassus, you will be, the days and times that your supply will be available, 5 a.m. on Tuesdays, 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. All right? And that was today. So the folks from Lower St. Paul's, the Bocas, Creighton, Holder Hill, Paradise, no, Parade, yes, Parade. Wednesday, you are going to have some water 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Saturday, 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay? And for Mount Airy, Mount Delis, and Mount Parnassus for Friday, you'll have water 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. This is likely to change based on the availability of supply. All right? Good. So, what else? The Traffic Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force would like to notify the general public and in particular the motoring public that a no-through road sign has been erected at Settlement Road, that's in Frequenté, St. George, from 9 a.m. on Monday, 16 May 2022 for a duration of 1 week. And this is to facilitate the installation of a metal grill or metal grills by the Ministry of Infrastructural Development and Implementation. The Traffic Department would like to thank the general public for your cooperation and understanding and regrets any inconvenience that may be caused. Now, the next thing that we have to tell all about, boy, gas. Yes, boy, the changes come about on the 18th. All right, so as it relates to the old prices and the new prices, we'll tell you the updates. The only update that there is with regards to that, so the gasoline remains at $15 per gallon, right? The diesel remains at $15 per gallon. There's a cap on that. The old price, the new price currently. And kerosene, it moves from $14.51 per gallon to $16.68. The LPG cooking gas, well, you know that the 20-pound cylinder stays at $40. The 100-pound cylinder, yeah, I remember the 100-pound cylinder just the other day, a kind of small thing. When I say small thing, I mean real small thing. Now, the 100-pound cylinder moves from $299, right? $299.40 to $333.15. I'm packing up my 100-pound cylinder and I gotta buy small gas. What? You understand? Well, bulk moves from $310 as the old price to the new price $340 per pound. Carriacou and PD Martinique. So, for example, the old price in Carriacou for gasoline, well, $15.15, and diesel $15.15. Kerosene, however, moved from $14.70 per gallon to $16.88, my people. PD Martinique, well, $14.15 for gasoline, and that's the old price, sorry, and the new one, $14.83. Diesel, it moved from $14.35 to $15. Kerosene moves from $14.70 to $16.88. That's PD Martinique, all right? All right, and so on and so forth. You understand? We've posted an entire article on this. You can go check it out. Now, more flights. We're talking about more direct flights between Canada and Grenada. All right, that's from Caribbean Airlines. They have confirmed direct flights between Toronto, Canada and Grenada to accommodate those of you who wish to attend Spice Mass 2022. Now, you can, as usual, visit the website. That's Caribbean-airlines.com to book your flights Hey, all don't pay me for that. They Caribbean Airlines, I don't do nothing for free on the program, you know, dog. All right, now that's hard time, that inflation time, and take all the time with me. Anyway, we're moving. Police, they are seeking your assistance in locating a teen. Kashira Ross, who is a 17-year-old of River Sally St. Patrick. Kashira ran away, different language, ran away on Sunday 15 May 2022 and has not returned since. She was last seen wearing a blue and white Nike slipper, a green top with sleeves, and a 3/4 green pants, and she is 5 feet 2 inches in height, slim build, and brown in complexion, with an olive corner hairstyle. Now, corner, so you know the olive kind of thing on the platform, so in the kind of way so. So anyone seeing her, you are asked to please call the police. Or you can contact us in David's police station at 444-6224. Police emergency at 911 is probably the easiest number to call. You can also call the police hotline at 444-1958 if you have a tip or any information that you'd like to share with regard to that or any other matter of interest to the police. You can call that number and be able to be certain that your information will be treated with the utmost urgency and respect, and they don't need to know who you are. All right? Speaking of that, there was a drug bust that the police would like to let you know about. You understand? Boy. Anyway, let me see if I could get a thing on the business for you there. All the share the program now, we'll all realize, you know, they share the thing still so that, you know, somehow they go still see the businesses on and, you know, organize the thing. All right, good. Let me call a small man for you. He says, Daddy, chill. So anyway, people meet, all the Grenada is good, you know. People meeting me in town and telling me chill. You understand? I laugh that like that funny, you know. You understand? Again, a good laugh out of the business, you know. All the jet, you know. Anyway. Oh, people asking about the picture for the young girl, for the 60. Well, I don't have a picture. The police didn't supply one, so that is why we are not able to send a picture to you, all right, on your screen. Good. William. So yes, boy, police was telling us about that. One man is in police custody assisting with investigations into the seizure of 2 packages of cannabis. One package weighed 19 pounds, worth an estimated street value of $43,000, and the other 1 pound of Kush creepy cannabis. What? What is that? Worth an estimated street value of $5,000, and the total estimated value is $48,092. The drug was confiscated on Tuesday, 17, that's today, from an apartment building at Lucas Street, St. George, during an operation conducted by officers attached to the drug squad. Police say that investigations are continuing. What a thing is? Kush. What is that Kush? Kush creepy? Y'all make me feel old and out of touch. What the hell is that? Cannabis is cannabis. I don't know. A same thing. What is that? AJ, what is that? All right, Olio. Wanted person. Well, I see my partner wanted. I say, what my partner do? Yeah, I said, I see my dog, my village, from my little village, you know what I mean? I say, well, what my partner do? A police meeting, you know what I mean? Well, I don't find him hiding. I saw him yesterday or today. The man was hiding. Just call him man on the phone, oh, but I forget. Phone not working. Well, then I had a man problem. The Royal Grenada Police Force, they are seeking the assistance of the general public in locating Acton Peter Antoine, a 38-year-old fisherman residing at Mount Panassa, St. George. Acton is wanted in relation to the offenses of grievous harm, threat of death, and possession of an offensive weapon. He is approximately 6 feet 2 inches in height, sturdy build, yes boy, dark in complexion, with short trimmed hair. So they say anyone seen Acton, you can call the police and think, hey boy, me and Acton we fight one time and you see how I do my finger? Acton not do my finger that. You see, you see the finger different? Yeah. Acton hit me like a wood. I shall pull stick. You know, but take it to her, like a for me to fight, you have to hit me first. So Acton pick up the piece of the pool stick and I hold the ball. See, if you're playing, man, hit me now. Hit me now, boy. You know what I mean? And the man make one swing with the big size, eh? He's huge, he's 30. Pick up the stick and I just this one and take the lash, eh? But how I get the lash now, the finger mash up. Because it's squeezing the ball, it's squeezed between the wood and the ball. The mash up. When I get that, so man, balls in, pull ball, eh? 1, 2, 3, I go for a cutlass. And I mean, yeah, boy, cutlass swing like boomerang, you know. Oh, the body good hunting, you know. I tell all the cutlass swing like boomerang. Vroom, vroom, vroom. You know when the boys and them riding their bike, vroom, vroom, cutlass. So anyway, call him, man. Call him. Acton, give me a call. Let me see if we could sort out. Let me see if we could sort out. I called me just now. When I finish the program, let me see if we could sort out the police. There we go. Earlier, we have a big story to tell about a lifeguard. You know, we don't hear all the bad stories, but we don't hear the good ones enough. A lifeguard who have saved the life of a 75-year-old at Bathway Beach. You understand? And the incident happened on Saturday morning, May 14, while a man from Mount Rose was bathing in the sea at Bathway Beach. He was pushed out to sea toward the breakwater rocks and was unable to get back to shore. He struggled and clung to the rocks and was spotted by the lifeguard, Mr. Andrew Fleming from River Sally. The young lifeguard rushed out to sea to make the rescue and brought the semi-conscious man to shore and put him in the recovery position while emergency services were contacted. He was eventually released to his brother, who took him to the medical clinic for assistance and assessment. For possible dry drowning, and you know that's a reality. I know somebody who dry drowned. Now, dry drowning can occur when an individual inhales or ingests water when in a panicked situation. An individual's windpipe muscles could close to protect them, and large amounts of water can go into the stomach. Now, Andrew Fleming stated that he had his eyes on the gentleman, and when he realized that the man was in distress, immediately entered the water, you know, and he was able to make that rescue. All you, I would like that you join us on the program in giving the man claps. So, some claps. Good job, brah! National hero you are. You know, you save a life, and that's what they're there for. You know, and so his purpose was fulfilled. We are moving on. Oh yeah. The GRENLEC workers yesterday, I tell all you on the program, boy. They decide, you know what, we want to be money. We want to increase in salary. We've had enough. So they decided jumping in the vehicle, some of them, they and you know, and they protest. So operations were at a standstill in some of the customer service centers. Now, the president of the Grenada Technical and Allied Workers Union, Mr. Andre Lewis, he has told us that after a lengthy meeting, which included the Labour Commissioner, Cyrus Griffith, and the Minister for Labour, Peter David, that they have come to an amicable solution that falls in favor of the workers. Now, we talked to Andre last night, right outside when they're trying to sort things out. You understand? You were saying last night, but they're walking, and they're hoping that they'll get something to go back to the workers with. So he was able to do that. You understand? So he says that, you know, they are happy that the workers have something to work with. You understand? Here's Andre Lewis.
After a number of back and forth, and with the workers remaining out here yesterday, as you know, because even while we were in the Ministry of Labour, the workers stayed here, and the company was informed that regardless of how long it took us to arrive at a proposal or an offer from them that we can take back to the workers today, the workers will remain out. We are able, after about 5.5 hours to 6 hours, to have a proposal that we could have taken back to the workers. We have been able to reach settlement of 4% per year for 6 years. And it was worth the struggle. Yes, and that is why the workers are absolutely confident that based on the unity, based on the solidarity, based on the history of struggle, that together we can achieve something that all sides will be comfortable with.
Thank you very much. Now, he was also saying that the customers can rest assured that now that the situation is resolved, that the workers are prepared to continue delivering the same great level of service that they're known to.
So the public can rest assured that your service to be provided by the workers of GRENLEC are back to normal. You can expect the highest level of workmanship, the highest level of dedication, the highest level of commitment from our workers.
Thank you very much, Andre Lewis. That's the president of the Grenada Technical and Allied Workers Union. Earlier, we are moving on. Now, it was a taxing day yesterday, says the supervisor of elections. So yesterday was the final day for persons who are not yet registered to go get registered. And man, those lines were long. I mean, those lines were long. Blah, blah, blah. Those lines were long. Listen, people were there all up to the night. I'm sorry for the workers. You understand? Sorry for the workers because they were working early. And they get working early, lolo. All up to close to midnight and people working. Supervisor of Elections, Elvis Moraine, said that at least before he could say anything today at the press conference, we're talking about the post-cabinet briefing, he needed to recognize the staff for such an amazing job, and as well, the citizens who cooperated.
I just want to place on record my appreciation, that is for the registration officers, as well as the assistant registration officers, and everyone involved in the electoral process. Yesterday was our final day for registration, having issued the writ this morning to all the returning officers. And I must say, by all indication, that it was a very taxing day for the officers. And I really want to commend the assistant registration officers, the registration officers, and of course, by extension, the family. And you would understand why I am saying this, because we work way into the night, you know, to make sure that everyone who was at the time in the line at 5, that they were serviced. And we are pleased to say that we were able to accomplish that. It took a lot, you know, for these individuals to sit there, for the registration officers to make sure they marshal what was happening in terms of managing the crowd and so on. But equally important, I want to also say thanks to the public, because I think generally people were very accommodating. Of course, there were concerns. People were raising, you know, concern as to why last day and all of that. But the fact remains is that we were able to generally have good control and good response from the public. As a matter of fact, prospective electors were very supportive in managing, you know, the crowd and ensuring that people got, you know, the service that was. So I'm very proud this morning of all my officers and the general public for the effort as to where we are at this time.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. I just like Mr. Marine. He is so eloquent and so calm, and you know, I've known this gentleman since I was a little boy. You know, when we were doing calypso and stuff, and he's used to be in Pomerose, and you know, they bring all of us together, and it was about calypso. But the hidden lessons that we learned from Mr. Moraine and the others. It's just, these are the things that shape our lives today, and I can't just watch the man talking on TV and just come back and pretend like I don't know him. You know, I've known him to be such a, you know, and Grenada is blessed to have people like Mr. Elvis Moraine, such a wonderful soul, you know, and I have to say thank you to him and all the others, Teacher Eddie, Teacher Nikki, and all the teachers from the Pomrose area there who have really impacted the lives of young people, young men like myself. I mean, Calypso was like the avenue to put us together. Yes, but those lessons went far beyond music and lyrics. Yeah, so when I see him holding such a prestigious position, I said, if there's a man for the job who is beyond question when it comes to his integrity, discipline, honesty, selflessness, it's this man. You know? Anyway, we're moving on. Earlier, who win the Super 6? Is it Super 6? They say, boy, a Grenadian won the Super 6 jackpot. You understand? A Grenadian. I want to know who. They don't give no name yet. Wait until all we hear the name call and I go here. All them pumpkin vine aunt, uncle, cousin, niece, nephew. All of a sudden, you go hear mass. Anyway, so yes, I hear that, Papa, you are Grenadian, we, Papa. Anyway, speaking of aunt, niece, uncle, cousin, earlier, here's what's going on. Protect yourself and those around you, your cousin, your family. COVID-19 still exists out there. For those of you who are not vaccinated, you know that you have to be even extra cautious. What we can tell you is from the last update, we noticed that there have been 196 new cases of COVID-19. In fact, if I go back to the data, we are getting around on average just around 175 per day. You understand? And we are finding that so many people are testing. Yesterday alone, 1,050 people got tested. Our test positivity is off the roof, 18.7%. Yes, our active cases is climbing and climbing rapidly. We are now at 1,685 active cases, and we can do something about it. Go back to wearing your mask. Is that too much to ask of you? Remember 6 feet. If you can't help it, 6 feet. Especially if you're not wearing a mask and somebody else is. If the people trying to be, I did in the barber shop today. Place empty. Man come and sit down right by me without a mask. First of all, you know, I just get anxiety when I have to go out. Anxiety, my belly boiling, you know. I just be good until I'm ready to leave the house. You understand? And my belly boiling nice for a soul. Thunder rolling. You understand? So I'm brave and I'm going by the barber shop empty. Whole place empty. Man come and sit down right by me. No mask. But again, my life flash before me. All the wrong things I do in life, I remember it. You understand, dog? Why is that one dog? So the boy get up. The boy play good on the phone. The boy play good on the phone. And the boy bill. The boy boss it because he not going on so, dog. I don't go along so. I wear me mask. Oh gosh, if you know you don't wear a mask, observe. Read the room now, man. Read the room. What else we had to tell you? I find a losing time on the business, you know. Let me see. Give me a minute. What? Caribbean Airlines are the wicked. Mikey Hutchinson, 14,000. What? $476 Canadian dollars equals 30,000. for 4 travelers. Why $30,000 to travel to Grenada for 4 members of the family? Well, I got the person and they tag me in it. Somebody said they could buy a brand new car with that money. Nah, man, that can't be real. Nah. Wait, nah. Nah, that can't be real. And they tagging me in it, you know. Anyway, lately that talk. Earlier, but I'm just going through to see if there's any messages that were sent to me during the course of the program. No. So let me take a little break and come back. And when we come back, we have the national report for you, and then we have the weather. All right. So all brace all yourself. We are coming back shortly, and I hope that all you will get all the internet soon. You see, I'm a digital, you know, and coincidentally, we did a promo just yesterday talking about the fiber, digital fiber. No, I'm knocking nobody. I'm just saying what I believe in. I'm pro-digi. You know what I mean? I don't knock in nobody. I'm pro-digi. You know what I mean? Yeah, the digital hooked me up with 2 systems. You understand? 2 systems. 2. I have a fail-safe. So, if ever this network here goes down, this fiber network goes down, there is still another connection. You understand? Digital make sure that there's not going to be a time when Mikey Live is down because of internet or lack thereof. When it comes to electricity too, we have a whole backup system. There's not going to be a time when the electricity off and then we can't go on. No. So we good. The only time that there will not be a program is if the anxiety is so much so that I have to form an alliance with the white looking thing in the small room in the house. You understand? So I can't be in 2 places at the same time. Yeah, I mean, yes. Yeah. Anyway, so we're taking a break and we are coming back with the national report and the weather. You know, and when I do see certain people on the program, I just feel unfulfilled. Yeah, certain people that they get affected by and I miss them. Or I miss them so bad. I miss them. I miss all you. You know, anyway. We're coming back, alright, people? We're coming back. We're taking a little break. Small man outside, eh? When you're knocking it those soft, you want to come in. You understand? Take your time. You understand? Take your time. And we name him. I name him Mikey Live. I name him Mikey just in case. Just in case. He wants to take a career path of this nature and decides to follow through with this, you know, in the future. Then there's no issue with the names, you know. Yeah. So that's it. If he chooses to do something else, I'm breaking. And I mean, if he chooses to go, if he chooses to do something else other than this, well, I guess as much I'll have to understand and put him out of my house. Well, you know, and that's usually a challenge when you hope, especially when it comes to business and career path, that your children will follow, because if it's working for you, you kind of have an idea that it will work for them. You know, they don't have to go seek trouble to, you know. But then again, sometimes they have a mind of their own, and their passion might be different. So you may have to just find clever ways of grooming them into this, creating a very good and a pleasant experience for them in what it is that you do, so that there are more compelling things when they get older to keep them in line with what you do than because you know there's a saying that you never live where you are until you decide where you would rather be, and that rather be sometimes come with more compelling reasons to be there than to be where you are. All right. So if you create those experiences that are as pleasing as it can be in the formative years, you have an advantage. You have an advantage. I at this stage would hope that my children will follow this career path. It's not that there's any big sort of money in journalism, but with this business model, I think it's able to work. Yeah, and so I'm just hoping and praying. If it turns out that he come tell me he wants to be a doctor or some kind of funny business he wants to be, I just take him back my name. At least give me back my name. You know? Give me back my name. Yeah, son. Let me give you a child. Oh God, if it so happens. So what are you going to do, Mikey? If your first child who is named Mikey chooses to be an engineer or pilot or a doctor, and your second boy child, who I don't have yet, but you know, and your second boy child decides that he is going to do that, but his name is not Mikey, what are you going to do? Well, I don't know. I don't know. You understand? I don't know. I think this is one I have to take to the God's way. Because that going to be one hell of a thing. We're taking a break. And we'll be right back. Well, the only thing is if I name the other one Mikey too. Like a lottery. If not one, then the next. You understand? It's a gamble. Yeah? If not, so if small man who already showing me signs of you know, descent. You understand? If you don't walk out, then you know, you back up. You understand? And then if it so happens that both of them decides they want to do this, then two of them name is Mikey. What do you call it? Mikey Life. You don't matter which one of them do it. The first or the second or both is still Mikey Life. Jano! We're coming back.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
Pathway Restorative Wellness Clinic exists to improve the lives of children, adults, and all the clients with a range of diagnoses not limited to autism, stroke, arthritis, brain injuries, and depression, which hinder their ability to perform everyday tasks such as dressing, feeding, toileting, and grooming. Our licensed occupational therapist uses science, creativity, and compassion to design a client-specific care plan that restores and maintains skills required for daily living, work, and school. The Pathway Clinic is located on Morris Bishop Highway, but we extend services to schools and homes. Contact us at 473-422-7232.
Rich, smooth, delicious, and packed with vitamins that could only be one thing. It's Rika Almond Beverage. Great on its own or a lovely addition to smoothies. So call Superb Distributors on 435-2948 or visit us at Tempe St. George's today. Remember, Rika is life and life is Rika.
We got the call on our way home that something was wrong. When we got here, we saw that the entire house was engulfed in flames. Just sitting there and looking at you, basically a whole life investment going up in flames. It did take a toll on us as a family. Once we decided to rebuild, the thought came up to use the Housing Authority of Grenada. After they sent in their quotation, which we thought was very, very reasonable, we decided to go with Housing Authority of Grenada. They were very helpful. They visited the site weekly The staff was very professional. The contractor was very professional. They delivered our house on time. The quality of work was amazing. And as you can see today, we are not disappointed. I would definitely recommend Housing Authority of Grenada for all your construction needs. With their affordable costs, high level of customer service, guidance, and building expertise, they will help you as they help us.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches, and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess, and Klein, and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
Collect, share, and win with Coca-Cola. Here's your chance to win one of 3 Sony PlayStation 5 consoles when you enjoy original Coca-Cola or Coca-Cola No Sugar. Collect specially marked labels and spell the word MAGIC. Submit the labels in an envelope with your name, address, and contact information and drop in entry boxes provided at major supermarkets. 22 lucky winners can also win great weekly prizes including Samsung Smart TVs, Samsung mobile phones, Samsung tablets, and free Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola. Real magic. See press or online for more details. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome to Yogo. Most of you know us for our food delivery service and our food pass for free delivery from restaurants. But did you know you can also use us for grocery deliveries too? We've just added another 5,000 plus new items to Yogo Supermarket. And stay updated as we add more products and vendors. Yogo Services is our convenient skip the line offering. Let us pay your electric, water, and other utility bills for you. With us, you will be able to buy tickets, pay your rent, schedule bookings, and other services. Need a ride to get somewhere? Give Yogo Lyft a try. Select your pickup location and destination location and wait for our driver to collect you. Never have to worry about how you're gonna get to a place again. Please see website or app for our service locations. And sign up now.
Parliamentary Elections Office confirms that the writ has been issued, ceasing further registration for the upcoming general election. We'll have details to this story and more in the national report. With the details to the news for Tuesday, May 17th, 2022, I am Chrisanne Mitchell. Supervisor of Election Elvis Moraine has confirmed that the writ was issued on Tuesday morning in keeping with an announcement made by Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell on Saturday. The writ is a formal written order instructing the returning officer in each electoral district to hold an election to elect a member of parliament. It will be published on Wednesday in the Government Gazette and other public mediums. The issuing of the writ means that all registration and replacement of voters' ID cards have ceased. During a press conference hosted by the Parliamentary Elections Office on Tuesday, Moraine told members of the media that all returning officers have taken their oath and are ready to serve.
All our registration returning officers are now in place, have taken the oath and so on. And we will proceed to publish tomorrow, that is the wreath. All right, so the wreath will be published tomorrow and of course be positioned in the prominent places throughout the constituencies, throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Peter Matnick, and of course the government gazette, as well as at least one of the media houses. So we should have this in the public domain. All registration, replacement of card ceased. So as of now, you do that until after the general elections.
Following the publication of the writ, a draft copy of the voters list will be published before the final list is placed at strategic locations.
We have 14 clear days to present our first current list. There's a consolidated list of all the electors, right? So we produce that within that clear 14 days, and then it allows for a 7-day period for claims and objection as well, before the final list for the election is published. Normally, the police list is published in the police station and is part of the consolidated list.
Mr. Morin says the constituency offices will be opened only to facilitate the public's collection of identification cards. He commended registration officers and other members involved in the final registration of electors for their hard work and commitment to ensuring the process is a success. A free and fair election process is the right of every Grenadian. That's according to Supervisor of Election Elvis Moraine in response to misinformation circulating on social media about the integrity of the election process. He encouraged Grenadians to use their voices to responsibly inform and educate those who may be ignorant of the electoral process. Morin says life continues after June 23rd, when as a country, irrespective of which party becomes government, we must work together to promote growth and development.
It's very unfortunate. And I want to say to this, yes, while I am the Supervisor of Elections, while we have an office running this, free and fair election is incumbent on everybody. For all of us to work together to make sure that it's free and fair. And we must do the right thing. That is, by whoever we can influence, we must educate. All of us have a responsibility to educate, people on it, and not to go out there and go on some kind of motif. Because, it's unfortunate I see some people turn some very beautiful thing into something else, right? As to imply something. And then what is sad, there are some people who would take exactly what you say. They don't question, they don't fact check, and they go with it. I want to ask, all responsible Grenadians, let us inform, let us educate. We have been engaging people. Since I took this office, we have been engaging.
He emphasized the need for a peaceful, responsible voting process on election day.
At the end of the day, I want to say to all of us, we are Grenadians. At the end of the day, we have to coexist. At the end of the day, there are bigger issues that we need to work on together. Let us not divide ourselves and divide ourselves knowingly that the information we are disseminating is incorrect. I think it is something that we need to, and I really want to ask, of everyone, let us be responsible in this. I'm always open for dialogue. I'm always open for conversation, right? Because I want to make sure at the end of the day, this election is better than the one before. And we have to aim to ensure that every other election is better. and we can feel proud as to what we're going to do.
The Parliamentary Elections Office will engage the Ministry of Health on the best possible way forward come Election Day in the face of rising COVID-19 cases. Supervisor of Elections Elvis Moraine has assured that once an agreement is reached, the public will be updated. He says it is a critical matter that must be fully examined, and at the same time, he appealed to the public to see the importance of personal responsibility.
We are asking persons to still be, you have to take personal responsibility to make sure that you protect yourself, you protect your loved ones, and make sure that you minimize the spread. I mean, people can get very sick, and next thing on the day of election, you're even too sick to even leave your bed to go out, So we're asking, the population to be mindful of that and to take the necessary precautionary measures. But we're going to engage the Ministry of Health officials, and we're going to make a statement in this regard as to how do we treat, for example, somebody who is positive, with COVID. How do you treat them and the day of election? I don't want to again preempt that, but of course it's a very much pertinent issue that we would have to articulate on, and make the necessary accommodation to make sure that we can accommodate people in the best way possible.
Grenada continues to record positive COVID-19 cases as the country, like many others, experienced another wave of the virus. On Monday, May 16th, the Ministry of Health recorded 196 new positive cases after 1,050 tests were conducted at various centers island-wide. To date, there are 1,685 active cases. This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break. Welcome back. Fruta Cool Kids Private Primary School's Track and Field Championships will be held on Thursday, June 2nd at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. The games were launched at the Olympic House in Grandance on Tuesday. Chairman of the Grenada Private Primary Schools Association, Mr. Kester Elcock, gives an overview of how the games will be done this year.
The heats will be held on Tuesday, 24th May and Wednesday, 24th May from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. A total of 62 events will be contested among the 9 private schools, which is a drop from 2020 where we had 12 participating schools.
Kwame Hippolyte, Public Relations Officer for the Grenada Athletic Association, says he expects keen competition.
We've noticed and we've seen some positive, some good talent coming through at some of our mini-meet stage earlier in this year. And we know that we expect some of these athletes to be the ones dominating. And because we expect that domination to continue is because the spread, they are well prepared first of all, and the athletes are spread throughout the private primary schools. So that is what we expect from these games.
Sports coordinator Mr. Cullen Peters says the ministry will continue to support the games financially and technically to ensure they are a success.
We have been done for at least, I say, 3 years, which would affect us for another 3 years in the future. But the start shows that we are building it. And with you going out there and competing, I've seen your training, I've seen your coach working hard, and I know of the challenge and of the competition between the St. Mary's and the GA and the other schools. So I'm looking for that competition to bring the best of our athletes, to bring the best performance.
St. Mary's Junior School is the reigning champion. The title sponsor is George F. Huggins and Company Grenada Limited. And finally, in the news, Agriculture Minister Honorable Peter David says governments will continue to mitigate the impact of rising cost of supplies and equipment for farmers as the economy regains balance following negative growth due to the global pandemic. Speaking during a recent Parliament sitting, the minister explained that the increase in prices is not unique to Grenada. However, government is working with stakeholders and allies to provide support to the agriculture sector. Over the years, government has worked with farmers and stakeholders to increase the local food production and source local and foreign markets for produce. Minister David says negotiations are ongoing between the government of Morocco to provide fertilizers, which will be sold to the farmers as a subsidized price.
Our inflation is largely imported inflation. The rise in prices should not be a surprise to anyone. What we try to do, and I'm sure the member for Southeast will articulate that better than I can ever do, is the way in which we try to mitigate the rise in prices. That the imported inflation, we can only mitigate the impact, and that is what we're trying to do. And I would just use the example, and the member did indicate it to his credit, that we are trying to mitigate it for the farmers. I stand as Minister of Agriculture. And with respect to fertilizer, there are a couple of things we are doing. First, the member spoke of the agreement we have that we entered into with the government and people of Morocco, where we receive Morocco from them, and we are selling at very, very much discounted prices to the farmers. And he's correct when he says that prices of fertilizer skyrocketed in the period after COVID. Everybody hears about, there's new terminology in the world now, supply chain problems and all of these things. So we are mitigating it by having that reduction, and it is as a result of a bilateral relationship and continued good relationship with Morocco that we've received the fertilizer, and the farmers now have access to it.
The Ministry of Agriculture is working closely with the Ministry of Finance to formulate a local plan to provide fertilizers to farmers at a cheaper rate.
We are working to ensure that the farmers, as much as possible, mitigate. We know that farmers already receive the inputs, most of the inputs, if not all, at concessionary prices. The government grants concessions to farmers and for the inputs into farming. Of course, we have to ensure, and this is where I've been having discussions with many of the farmers, to ensure that the business people who sell agricultural inputs really do pass on the benefit of the concessions that the government gives for agricultural products. So farmers who want to buy vehicles, they get a discount on it. The concessions are given to them for vehicles, for inputs, for fertilizer, for forks, for spades, for boots. So the government, in its attempt to mitigate the effects of the imported inflation, will do more to ensure that the prices stay down and to ensure that the fertilizer and other inputs reach the farmers at reasonable prices.
That story brings us to the end of the National Report for today, Tuesday, May 17th, 2022. On behalf of the entire news and production team here at the Government Information Service, I am Chrisann Mitchell saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
All right, thank you very much, Chrisann, and the rest of the GIS news team. And what's going to happen now is that we got to take a look at the weather and tell you what's happening. Now, this is submitted by the Met Office. The weather is expected to be generally fair, breezy, and hazy, becoming partly cloudy at times with the isolated early morning shower. Tonight's minimum temperature 26 degrees Celsius, and the winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas moderate to rough, waves 6 to 8 feet in open waters. A marine advisory is in effect. And as it relates to Wednesday, we can tell you that the weather is expected to be generally fair, hazy and breezy, becoming partly cloudy at times with the isolated morning shower possible. Maximum temperature 31.5 degrees Celsius and a minimum 26. Winds east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Seas moderate to slightly rough with waves 5 to 7 feet in easterly swells. A small craft advisory will be in effect for Wednesday. And taking a look at those of you who are on YouTube, Wendy, Ezran, and Glenora, my mom, Lintana, Merrill, and the rest of the family. I see that you're there. Likewise, we want to say hello to the folks who are currently locked in on Facebook. Zaka, Dillian, we have Cynthia, we have Praise and Worship, we have Shireen, Kiwin, Sharon, Pearl, I said Zaka already, right? Jane, and a lot of the people are missing. I said Celine, Hazel. Yes, boy. So a lot of people are missing owing to the fact that we do not have the internet connection in those places. So island-wide data outage for Flow customers. Take care of your family, take care of yourselves, Velma and the crew. I'll see you guys tomorrow, God's willing. Same time, same place, right here on Mikey Live. Take care, have a good one. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, Ja! No! Take care.